Alrighty, guys, I want to welcome you guys to the Florida Coast to Coast Football Show. Listen, I have a special guest joining the show tonight. Coach Thias, the OC of the 12U Lauderhill Lions. Listen, they had a huge victory, over the Carroll City Chiefs 12U, aka the Golden Army. And I want to bring the homie on to talk about, some of the things they're doing over at Lauderhill, man, and winning a huge game like that on the big stage. Coach Thias, what's going on, my guy? I'm good, man. How you doing, boss? Hey, can you hear me, Thias?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Your phone freezing up a little bit. Hey, but Coach, man, first I just want to thank you, man, for agreeing to come on to the show, boss. I appreciate it, man.
No problem, Coach.
All right, hey, well, let's go ahead and get into it, man. So listen, Thias, man, you coming over, as a new, OC, over to, the Lions, man. How did you get, everyone to buy into your vision, for what you saw for that offense?
Say that again. Your phone went out a little bit.
Oh, okay, my bad. I said, you coming over to the Lions, as the first year OC, over, at the Lions, how difficult was it? What are some of the things that you had to do to make sure that everyone, in terms of the players and the other coaches on your staff were buying into, what your vision was for the offense of that team?
I think the thing that helped out the most was just the time that we put in together. For getting the kids acquainted, with the offense. I think by starting early with 707 with the DEFCON battle 707 team.
Okay.
I think that built our morale early together as a team. The kids was able to get affiliated with what I wanted to do, as well as build a chemistry with myself, because they kind of already had the chemistry from playing together for the last couple of years.
Okay.
So it was all about just, getting the kids accustomed to, my terminology and what I use and, learning the concept and getting, the guys to kind of buy into what I wanted to come in with.
Okay. That's what's up, man. So what would you say was the most challenging part, of coming in, as a new OC to that team? What do you think would you say would be the most challenging for you, getting everyone on the same page?
I think the most challenging part about it is just, kids, getting the kids to buy into what I was, bringing to the team.
Okay.
Of course, with them having the success that they had in the past, them being comfortable in what they were doing, prior to me being there. So I think, the most challenging part about it is just getting them to buy into it. And for myself, just living up to the hype, for a new OC coming into a team that's, been successful in the last previous years. That's, to me, that was like the biggest thing, who is this new guy coming in? Is he going to, continue to keep us on the path that we've been on as being successful?
Okay. Now, Thias, is there any added pressure on you as a coach coming into a situation like that with a team that's so visible, on the national stage, to make sure that you are, coming in and keeping those guys rolling, like they have been, in previous years?
I think so.
Okay.
Whether it's said or not, I believe it's pressure at the end of the day, because it's like, we bringing in this new guy. Obviously, we want him to continue the success of the team and, lead us and, to be better than we already are. So I believe it's pressure, myself to, keep the streak going and, keep, a high power offense with the talent that we have, keep it successful and, keep it going as far as, instead of declining, but increasing and being more efficient on offense.
Hey, yeah, for sure. Hey, you're right, man. A lot of people, won't admit that it is pressure, coming into a situation like that, man. But when you have a team that's that visible, and is made and had so much success on the national stage, man, it's impossible, to come in as a first-year coach and not feel some type of pressure, man. I mean, I just don't think it's humanly possible, man.
Nah, it's definitely pressure.
For sure, man. So listen, Thias, man. The Lions and the Chiefs, man. That rivalry is going back for a few years now, man. And you coming in, there's I don't think there's anyone in the country at the 12U level, that don't know about that Lions and Chiefs, rivalry. So how important was it to you, to come in and continue that streak, that winning streak that they had, won 4 in a row against those guys, prior to you getting there?
I mean, it's definitely a big rivalry. With me being on the outside looking in for the last couple years that rivalry's been going on.
Yeah.
It was definitely on my bucket list to keep the streak going. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely ain't want to be the guy to come in and mess up that streak. Because, this would be a whole different story. You know how the internet is. So, yeah, it was definitely a high priority on my list to keep the streak going. And I'm glad we was able to get the victory. Shout out to the kids, for executing that game plan and getting the W.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, well, listen, and you had touched on it also in terms of, building the chemistry, through 7-on-7 and you guys playing – a tough preseason schedule, man. Let's just touch a little bit in terms of the preseason. How do you think playing such a tough preseason schedule, prepared you for such a, high-profile, game early in the season?
I think we're playing those, that tough preseason schedule that we did. We're playing a tough, team out of Cincinnati and team out of Carolina and California. I think for the most part, and I told my kids this, as soon as I touch down, as you get older, football become more mental. So if anything, I felt like those tough preseason games built us mentally to continue to compete in that game that we just played in this past Monday. Because you definitely have to be mentally strong to go down, 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter and, to come back and keep fighting like that to get the W.
Yeah.
So I think, like I said, the mental part of it, of playing those tough games, in the preseason, which all those 3 of those games, always decided by 6 points or less, I think it really benefited us in the long run.
Hey, listen, man, that's definitely tough, man. When you're playing 3 preseason games, I mean, and all 3 of them on the road, against high caliber opponents, man, and to keep those games within a touchdown, bro, that's commendable, especially bringing in a lot of new kids, and new coaches as well.
Right.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, with the familiarity that the Lions and the Chiefs have with one another, is it more difficult preparing for that game, considering that these teams are so evenly matched and they know one another so well?
In my opinion, I would say no. I think in my opinion is easier to actually game plan for a team like them.
Okay.
With me being familiar, because I coached at the Ravens the last couple of seasons on the same age group. So with me being familiar with all the kids on both sides, knowing, what kid is good at what, this kid can do that, I think is actually easier for me, in my opinion, to game plan for them. Being that, I watched them for the last couple of years as well as played against them. So to me, I think it's easier to game plan for them.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, hey, listen, man. The $1 million question, man. Early in the fourth, when the Chiefs, came down and took the 18-13 lead, man. What was going through your mind, at that point? Because you're in the fourth quarter, and at that point, man, it's now or never, man. What was going through your mind at that point?
At that point, when they went up 18-13 with like 4 minutes left in the game, I was like, damn. But
for sure.
After that, after gathering myself in those, next couple of seconds, I think my mindset was, calling the next best play, trying to figure out, if the Army was going to continue to be aggressive or, play a prevent defense. But I kind of try to keep myself, and keep my composure and keep a cool head, so I can always think about the next play. Okay. But yeah, it was definitely pressure. 4 minutes left on the clock. 18 to 13, and you know how the crowd can turn on you in a minute.
For sure.
But like I said, man, them kids dug deep. They executed the game plan, and we got the W.
Yeah, you did, man. And, one thing, Thias, I was at the game, and then I also, went back, and watched the, watched the film of the game a couple of times, man, just to, familiarize myself and get prepared for the interview. One thing that was very impressive to me, man, was the fact that you did mix up the play calling. You did get multiple kids involved. I mean, you guys ran for touchdowns, you threw for touchdowns, you were running, quarterback draws, and you brought in, a different. Quarterback at the end to change up the look, to get some tough yards, man. I was very impressed, just with the diversity of the play calling, that you had, in that game. Now, without giving away too much, what was your game plan, going into that game to make sure you guys were successful on the offensive end?
I think it was just us as coaches. We got a couple films from watching the Chiefs play in their preseason scrimmages versus Miramar, and watching them play against Green Cherry the week before us.
Gotcha.
And, we got together as a staff, and, we came up with the best game plan that we felt would be successful.
Okay.
Outside of that, we implemented it all week in practice. And like I say, man, at the end of the day, them kids got to go out there and execute it, and, that's what they did.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you guys have multiple players that, that came in and stepped up in that game, man. Multiple players. And that's just a testament, to how well you guys, had them prepared, going into it.
Right.
Yeah. Now, all of these Chiefs and Lions games, man, seem like they always come down to one or two plays, either way. And just from your perspective, as a coach, coaching the kids and coaching in that game, what do you think it is that is giving the Lions the edge in this matchup? That you guys, these kids, have been able, to withstand the Chiefs' best punch, and create a 5-game winning streak against them.
I would say it's the kids' pride and confidence.
Okay.
Those are some very confident kids. All the way down to the kids that's not starters. They just believe in themselves, and it's a rivalry game. I often compare the past week in practice. I compare the game, to the U.S. FSU games. I asked UM and FSU games.
Yeah.
I told the kids go
those
back
wide right games back. Those wide right games, the 80s and 90s, yeah, for sure.
Right. So it's just the pride of themselves. Playing for their teammates, playing for their family, and that game is always going to be what it is until those kids transition into high school.
Hey, for sure, man. Hey, I'm telling you, I don't think I've ever seen a youth football atmosphere, man, like you're going to get, when the Chiefs and Lions play, man. That's just something that you only see, at the high school level, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was like some central and northwestern atmosphere.
For sure, man. Dylan Ely back in the day, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it was definitely crazy out there, man. It was Thias, man. Listen, before I let you go, man, is there anything that you want to add, anything you feel the audience needs to know, man, before I let you get up out of here, man?
I mean, not really. They know what it is. That team been around since, forever. Coach Omar and the staff, they've been doing their thing for the past few years. I'm just going to try to keep it going, man. That's it.
Hey, so far you're doing a great job, man. Hey, keep up the good work, bro. Hey, and I'm rooting for you guys all the way, boss.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Hey, man, double salute to you, bro. Listen, you got me information. Anything I can do for you, man, I'm only a phone call away, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
No. Thank you for coming on, man. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right, Coach.
All right, that's a bet. For sure. All righty, guys. Listen, I want to thank Coach Thias for coming on to the show, man. I knew he would give a great interview. when you have games like that, man, you know, and those guys, you know, put on, I mean, just a hell of a, you know, show in terms of the quality of football, you know, that was played down there, man, on the biggest of stages. And I just want to give the homie an opportunity to come on and talk about some of the things that they're doing over there. He's a first year, you know, OC at the Lions, man. And, you know, I was very, very impressed, you know, with his play call and what his team was able to do. You know, listen, when you beat a quality opponent 5 times in a row, man, there's definitely, you know, something that you guys are doing right. You know, you're adding kids, you're losing kids, you're, you know, losing coaches, you're bringing in coaches, and you're still able, you know, to beat your, you know, your arch nemesis, man, and, you know, to keep that going. So, with that, guys, I want to conclude my show. I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. As always, guys, I'm a Florida boy through and through, and I'm going to represent youth football in the state of Florida with everything I have in me until I hit the dirt. Double salute. I love you guys to death, and I'll see you guys next week. I'm out.